Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. For those of you who don't know me, my name's Amelia and I post new vlogs and lifestyle content every Wednesday. In today's video, we are going to be talking about Apostrophe, the online dermatologist. They do other things, but I just use them to treat my acne and how it's been going for the past 3/6 months. So in total, I have been using Apostrophe for 6 months, but the first 3 and like the current 3 that I'm going to talk about were 2 different prescriptions. I did a video back in August, maybe, about Apostrophe and those first 3 months. And I also go into more detail about the whole process and like setting up an account and the quiz and all of that. So if you want to know more about like Apostrophe specifically, I will link that in the description below. For now, I'm just going to go over my journey and how it's been. So my first prescription with them was a combination of retinol, or tretinoin is like the generic brand, TXA acid, which I will put the full name here. I don't know how to say it. It's like tranexamic acid, and spirulactane. So retinol is derived from vitamin A, and it basically helps slough off the cells a lot faster and increase cell turnover. The TXA was specifically to reduce any scarring that I had, and the spirulactane is typically an oral medication. And I think Apostrophe might be the first, if not one of the first, to just prescribe it topically. And it is an anti-androgen, originally created as a blood pressure medication, but they found it works really well in only females because anti-androgen is testosterone. So obviously men can't take it. I have opted to not take any oral medication for my acne, so neither Accutane nor spirulactane. So I was pretty excited to learn that they had the topical version. And spirulactane is basically supposed to reduce the oiliness of your skin, and kind of in conjunction with the retinol, there'll be less oil so the cells won't stick together as much, and it'll also help cell turnover. Those first 3 months, I really didn't see like so much of a difference. I definitely saw a difference, but I wasn't where I wanted to be. Reaching back out to the dermatologist at my 3-month checkup. So you get a checkup every like 3 months. You send in photos, write a little note, answer some questions, and the dermatologist basically evaluates it. And I said, hey, like, I think my retinol might need to be increased just because I'm not seeing the results that I want to. He did advise that, hey, you have hormonal acne, Accutane would be best. I still kind of stand by the, I don't feel it's that severe to warrant Accutane. I know people who went on it, and it is a very, very difficult, like 8 months of your life. And it's a severe drug. Like there are severe complications, and it's just not something that I'm really ready to take the step. Don't think I ever will be, because yes, my acne is annoying, especially at the age of 27, and I do get self-conscious over it, and I would just like clear skin, or I'll even ask for like 90% clarity. So I want to stick to topical, so that's just a little rant. So I said, cool, still not going to take an oral medication. So he switched me to a updated version of my prescription. So we went from 0.025% of retinol to 0.05. I'm still at spirulactane 5%, and this one he added clindamycin at 1%. The clindamycin here is specifically like an antibacterial, and you need to use it in conjunction with a benzoyl peroxide wash, because if you don't, then your skin like gets used to clindamycin and it kind of stops working. This is very similar to what I was using when I was seeing like an actual dermatologist in an office. So I was like, okay, like we've been here before, I kind of know what to do. So 3 months have gone by. It's tough. I feel like definitely around my cheeks and like this area has cleared up. I still have some texture that I kind of need to work through, but I think that will probably just come in time, especially with the retinol will just help with that. But I am having severe breakouts around my chin, as you can see, and also just zits that don't come to the surface between my eyebrows, which is not something that I really ever struggled with. Maybe I would get like one, twice a year, but now it seems to be popping up like weekly. And I'm also having some more on my forehead, which I also felt kind of cleared up. I'm definitely a bit more, I guess, disappointed this round. I was kind of hoping like I would be better off now than I was 3 months ago on this newer prescription, and just doesn't really seem to be working. Also right now, as I'm switching over to a more drying formula, you know, using benzoyl peroxide, using retinol, using clindamycin is very drying to my skin, and any area that's really affected by it, so any zit where it is peeling and, you know, doing the work to turn over the cells to like clear it out, is getting a lot drier, and I'm starting to get dry patches and my skin is starting to peel. So you can see around my mouth, my makeup's caking up because it's all peeling. You can see some peeling or just like where my makeup is sticking really weird. And then under my eyes have become significantly drier. Now again, I am used to this kind of story, I guess, where, okay, we're getting to colder weather, my face is just gonna dry out, but still somehow be super oily on my forehead and around my cheeks. And any area where I do have active breakouts, it's going to be super dry and flaky. Maybe that means it's working, but I'm just kind of in this very weird in-between stage of, am I still purging? Is it just not working? Like, what is going on? And as far as spirulactane, that's supposed to like reduce the oiliness, I don't really see that much of a difference. Like maybe there's like a 1% difference, but I still feel like my skin is still very oily. So after this checkup, I actually just got the prescription right before I sat down to film this, starting another new prescription for the next 3 months that is more similar to the one that I had like the first go around. So he took out the clindamycin and has just replaced it with TXA to like get rid of the scarring. Yeah, that's where I'm kind of at. A lot of things still seem to be up in the air this month. I don't think too much has changed with my skin, except I feel a lot more breakouts concentrated around my chin area versus around like kind of like my upper jaw and like sides of my cheeks here. In addition to this, I have been super diligent about like cleaning pillowcases and what I put my face on, and now double cleansing, making sure that all of my makeup is off before I go to work out, washing my face or at least wiping it down after I work out, using like clean towels every week, which like sounds really gross, but I was maybe going like 2 weeks and now I'm putting it down to 1 week, like trying to do everything possible to just like give my skin that extra edge, because I still feel I'm in very much like an exploratory phase of what is going to cure my acne. My review after 6 months is this. I like Apostrophe as an option. I think it is obviously very convenient, right? I don't have to like set an appointment. They are very quick to respond, quick to put together the formulas, and nothing seems like way off, just having dealt with acne in the past and like knowing what dermatologists use. So it's not like they're just like throwing anything out there. But I do think there is then like a level of intimacy that is obviously lost through the computer versus going in person. You know, maybe if I went in person, I would have a more fine-tuned prescription and some other things could be added. I think things are reasonably priced. I would say definitely start off with a promo code from like a podcaster or influencer and use that, because who doesn't want to save some money? They give you like a full treatment plan, so it's like, hey, here is the prescription bottle, but also these are the cleansers you're going to want to use, and maybe a toner. These are like the sunscreens that we recommend for your skin type and all of that, which has been like really nice. I still like would recommend Apostrophe if you're in the market for like an acne treatment and don't have the time or insurance to go to an actual dermatologist. Hi, editing me.
I realize I keep saying actual dermatologist, and I want to be very clear that the dermatologists in Apostrophe are like actual dermatologists. They're not just randos off the street. I'm just using it in the sense like you are going to an in-person dermatologist in their office, not like this is just some random website and they're giving you random things that isn't done by a doctor. Just want to clear that up because I'm saying it a lot and I'm like, everyone's a dermatologist that I'm talking about. Okay.
I just think it is probably going to take a bit longer with a bit more trial and error than it would going to an actual dermatologist, because, you know, an actual dermatologist, you're like under a giant ring light and they're taking a flashlight, and here it's just like, okay, stand in front of, you know, a natural light window, take some photos of your skin, and we'll evaluate it there. I think patience is needed. Patience is not my strong suit. So fingers crossed, the next 6 months, the next 3 months, bring clearer skin for all of us. All of us want clearer skin. I am putting that into the world, clearer skin. And yes, that is my update. Again, as I said, I made a video on my previous prescription and more in depth about Apostrophe, so go watch that. And thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!